People, Deluded, I'm back again. Now, two players I'm here to talk about. I'm going to call one AT, I cannot say his name. But firstly, let's speak about Mattias Svanberg. I can't say names, boy. Mattias Svanberg, I cannot say his name. MS. I like him, people. From what I've seen, he's obviously at Bologna. From the highlights and the clips available to me on social media and Google and all of these things, I like him, man. I think he's got a good touch. He can play in a couple of positions. From the research suggests he can play on the flanks. For me, he's a central midfielder. I like what I see. I see a 6 foot plus someone who looks decent in terms of a tackle. Like I said, I need to watch him a bit more. And ironically, I tried to watch him for Bologna. He left Malmo and went to Bologna, but he didn't play in the last game. I see someone that's 6 foot, got an eye for goal. Away from the eye for goal, to get into these positions, you need good anticipation, which he's got obviously because he makes the runs and he's got good runs off the ball. I really like how he does it. He runs off the ball. He's an intelligent man. I like how he passes. He's very good on the ball, man. To be fair, I'm not saying he's Messi and Pirlo and that, but he's not an idiot. Like he's not crap. Do you get what I'm saying, people? Very good under pressure. Smart distributor of the ball. 6 foot, so there's a lot of potential there. Of course, he's raw over several different aspects of the game. He's just went to Bologna from Malmo. Anyone that comes through Malmo, it doesn't matter if it's Malmo, 1860 Munich, just a couple of clubs. If you come through, I will listen to what you have to do as a footballer and have a look at you. He's 20 years of age, just turned 20 in January, so he was more or less 19. So yeah, he's a good player, and I'm looking at him and I'm keen to see how he develops a bit more. I'm not here to say he can be this, that and the other, but I like what I've seen from him, from the Swedish international. And AT Aure, I can't say his name, sorry my French people, it's a myth, 19 years of age. If you've been watching Bordeaux, you've seen him used sporadically. Not sure how many appearances he has for Bordeaux. I'm so sure Gus Poyet, before losing his job, bust him last year. He's just turned 19, plays for Bordeaux, central midfielder as well. Must admit, he's very raw, man. I mean, I like him, but I think he's got more personality than he shows on a football field. I think he's a better passer than he shows. At times, it just looks like he plays the safe passes and happy to do his job sort of thing. That's not a bad thing, but probably got to get more bit camaraderie or whatever the word is, or bravado into his game to be a bit more gassed, because that's confidence in my opinion is the single most important thing as a footballer. Why do you think you see so many bang average footballers playing Premier League football? Because they're confident, or if they're not confident, they seem to be confident because they're shouting and bellowing things. I've seen people with 100 can score 100 goals, 1 million kick-ups, technical ability in both feet, can do all the mad stuff, but they're not confident, so you rarely see it. You see what I'm saying, people? Confidence is the single most important thing. And I'm not saying he's not confident in himself, he just looks a bit introverted, and as a midfielder, it doesn't matter if you're defensive mid, good ball player, ball carrier, whatever, you can't really do that. I think at times he can play a pass, but he plays the safe option. I feel at times he's not the weakest and he's got good physical potential, but I feel he's too easily outmuscled on the ball, and he doesn't win his 1v1 duels enough from what I've seen. Again, if you've watched him more extensively, please update me, because again, I don't know everything about every player. I do think games, because of his age and where he's at in terms of his technical ability and just as a footballer, he's yet to be reach full maturity or anything. Games can pass him by. He does struggle to impose himself, but there's just something likable about him. You know, you can't put your hand on it, people. There's just something I like about him as a footballer. Really like about him, and he could. You let him develop, give him the scope to play and just let him develop. But I like what Bordeaux are doing. You've obviously got Jules Condé, I can't even say his name, the centre-half. Have a second video on him. But yeah, man, I like these two players a lot, man. Obviously, their names will be in the bio if you want to go and search them up. You lot know I love young players. I'm not calling for Arsenal to sign either one of them, but you lot know I like to look at youth players, and they could be ones to look at. But on that note, people, I'm going to keep it moving. Deluded, stay safe, stay deluded. DG Nation, I'm out.